Okay guys, we're going to do a truss problem here together. So this is the first one from the review sheet. And there are other examples on other parts of Moodle if you look of how to do trusses. So here's number one. So we're finding the forces in AD and AB and telling whether they're in compression or tension. So the first thing we want to do here is divide this up into anything that's at an angle into components. So AB here, we're going to go that side and that side. This we'll call ABY. This side we'll call ABX. All right. So for these, the up forces and down forces have to be balanced, and the left forces and the right forces have to be balanced. And we make down negative and up positive. So our first thing here we're going to solve for, we're going to say the summation of the forces in the y direction, so the up and down forces equals 0. So we have two forces in the right direction. We have F2 and ABY. They're both up, so they're both going to be positive. So it's going to be ABY plus F2 equals 0. So ABY plus 680 equals 0. So ABY equals negative 680. And when we get a negative, that means the one that is a part of is in tension, and we're going to have to switch these arrows. So right now, we assumed AB and AD are in tension, so they're pointing out like that. When we get a negative for one of them, we have to switch them. I'm going to switch them once we solve for AB, which I'll do in light blue here. So we've got ABY here is negative 680, so we're going to use, and that's opposite sides, we're going to use sine to find AB. So it's going to be sine, and our angle is 32, equals ABY over AB. So sine 32 equals negative 680 over AB. Multiply both sides by AB, and then divide both sides by sine 32, and we get AB equals negative 1283, which means, and then we're going to switch the signs here of AB. So AB is going to erase this part up here. So now AB is pointing down and to the left, ABX is pointing to the left, and ABY is pointing down. So once we switch that, we say AB equals 1283 tension. And so that's one of our answers. Now, if you're putting this into Moodle for the group quiz or the individual quiz, whenever it's, or that should be compression, not tension. We assume everything's in tension to begin with. Right, that doesn't even say compression. Anyway, we assume everything's in tension to begin with, and then if we get a negative and have to switch it, it is in compression. So leave it as comp. All right, so we solved for AB. Now we're going to do the forces in the x direction to solve for AD. So in the x direction, we have summation of forces in the x equals 0. So in the x direction, we have F1, which is positive because it's going to the right, minus ABX, because that's going to the left now that we switched it, and then plus AD equals 0. So F1 is 460 minus ABX, and to solve for ABX, we're going to use cosine since it's adjacent. So we're going to say cosine of 32 times AB, which is 1283. And because we switched the arrows, we leave that as positive. And then plus AD equals 0. And AD, when we solve for that, equals 628 pounds. And since that's positive right from the bat, we didn't have to switch it, it's tension. Hopefully this looks familiar to everybody. Feel free to email me if you have any questions about any part of this video or anything like that. You're doing the group quiz after this, and let me know if you have any questions on that as well. All right, talk to you later, guys. Bye.